have coffee, we always have booze, and we always have food. But up here immediately it's like bumping, like full dance floor.
Right on.
And from the jump, we've had people in here just soaking up the good vibes and making it their own.
You all are one of the few lesbian bar owners in the whole country. Why is that such a big hurdle to get over?
I don't think women are taken as seriously as business owners.
Of course, it takes a ton of work to be a small business owner, and there's a lot of pride, obviously, that goes along with that. Now, on Pride Week this week, who's more proud than these two? Joe and Rach, they just opened the As You Are restaurant, bar space, club, lounge, nightclub. You guys got a little bit of everything.
That's the idea.
You are one of the few lesbian bar owners in the country. Tell people about this space, what it's all about.
And this space is a community hub first and foremost, and it's for the community to do what they want with it and what they will, and we're here to keep them safe as they do that and give them the opportunity to come as they are and live.
What is the one thing that you want people to know about this space and how it's different than any place else in DC?
Oh, yes. We're concerned about safety. We care about our community and the most marginalized of our community, so everything is informed by everybody's safety.
We have a dance floor upstairs that is only a dance floor on Friday and Saturday, so it gives us every other day of the week to put people up there and bring them together and connect them, whether it be Cornhole League with DC Fray or bingo nights. We also do a Drag King show every second Sunday.
All right, so here is the bar.
This is where the magic happens.
Are they saying, you know, we've been dying to have a place like this? I mean, what sort of feedback you get?
Yeah, that's probably the most common one. They're like, finally, oh my gosh, we deserve this. Finally a space that's not booze-centric, because so much of queer events are centered around booze and partying, which if you're a member of the queer community or know any history of it, a lot of times those are coping mechanisms to deal with the trauma that we experience just simply by being ourselves. When we decided to do this, we knew we needed investors. Between us, we didn't have the capital, but we definitely had the experience.
There's definitely this prejudice against women business owners, and I think that dates back to how misogyny has always worked. We're hysterical, we're not business-minded, we're not cutthroat enough.
What has this project meant to both of you?
I think we had no idea what we were in for, and I think that's sort of the plight of small businesses in DC.
Listen, what you all both are doing is just absolutely incredible. Congratulations on your success so far. We wish you all the best in the future, and have a great Pride Week.
Thanks.
Thank you. Happy Pride.
There is so much fascinating about that particular story,
Yeah.
but Rach really got my ears perked up when she had that response saying that so much of our activities are built around alcohol, and that's been a coping mechanism for so many people of our community for so long. And I've heard that from a lot of people in a lot of different communities and have felt that way myself at times. And that is such a profound observation, and trying to do your part to overcome that by saying, no, it's okay, we can do this activity together and build this community without having that be a part of it, because you don't have to feel that need for acceptance.
Right, and that's exactly the reason why they actually changed the name of the establishment. It was the As You Are Bar. Now it's just As You Are DC. It's a bar, it's a nightclub, it's a gathering space. It's so many different things depending on what's happening. I mean, we were there on like a Wednesday afternoon at 3:30, and there were people just working on their laptops in the cafe, have a sandwich, have a club soda, whatever, have a coffee. No one was really drinking that I saw. I wasn't really studying the area that much, but it's a space for everyone to do sort of whatever they want. And you know, another thing that both Rach and Joe were talking about is sort of the hurdles of overcoming this being a lesbian bar owner, right? Because there are so few in the country. And you know, these hurdles that you have to jump over, they were talking about things like doing work inside the place themselves, getting it ready. And people would come in and they'd say, you're doing that yourself? Like people just sort of in awe that a woman, a queer woman, would be in there literally, you know, doing work. You know, talking about lining up investors, you know, you have to find somebody who is okay with a woman, a gay woman, running this establishment. They also talked about like their value-aligned partnerships, right? So Reese Waters sells delicious croissants, right? And they're pretty inexpensive. I'm not just gonna buy your croissants you need to align with my values in order for me to feel comfortable working with you. So for instance, there's a coffee place in Baltimore. It's called Thread Coffee. It's a woman and queer-owned coffee establishment that they get all of her stuff from. They're also the official bar partner of the Mystics, so all these things sort of align. They're hosting a candidates forum and fundraiser, a mixture, tomorrow night for some of the D.C. political candidates. Information on that, be able to find it here shortly on WSA9.com.
I love that. At some point, we got to introduce them to the people that make Southeast ratchet cakes and just make them all come together.
That's a marriage made in heaven.
For you. What do you got coming up?
Listen, coming up this Thursday, the DC Gay Flag Football League. We got a fantastic story with them. This is our week of Pride Week stories. We're so stoked about telling them. Listen, if you've got stories in your community that you want us to share, hit me up. Find me on Facebook or Twitter at AdamLongoTV. You can also send me an email, alongo@WSA9.com.
Do they take ringers that are worse than all of the other players?
I will hold that thought in question until Thursday.
All right, fair enough.